Hi guys, welcome back to today's class. Today we are going to be learning about animation and GIFs. All right? I don't know if you guys have heard about that, but you get to find out in this class. So let's go through the goal for the day. You guys know by now that for each class we have a goal. All right, so today we are going to introduce you guys to the fun world of motion graphics, right, by helping you guys understand what animation and GIFs are and how to use Canva to animate elements and how to save their work as a GIF, then they can share it and be proud. All right, so today is all about animation. So let's get into it. So what is animation? Okay, what is animation? So animation is the process of making pictures, all right, or text move. So instead of just one image staying still, animation moves movements, all right, like a cartoon or sliding effect. All right, so animation, okay, is all about, how instead of when you finish designing, all right, you can make your text or your elements or the design to move. So instead of everything just staying still like a picture, you can make them move. All right. So this is an example of animation that we have right here. Look at. You see how everything comes in. All right. Look at it again. You see, everything just came on their own. So this is what we'll be doing today. All right. So now, this helps catch people's attention and makes your work more fun and exciting, especially on social media. So I know people will prefer, all right, to watch animated designs, all right, than watching just, looking at just a still image, all right, just a still design. Okay, so this animation, right, it helps catches people's attention, all right, and is more fun and exciting, especially on social media. So where do we see this animation and GIFs? Where do we see this? So we see them in WhatsApp stickers that moves or waves. I don't know if you have sent anyone a WhatsApp sticker before, but then just like we have here, it just waves and it just does like this to keep on repeating, like this. Hi. So this is just how it's waving, just like what we have here. See, this is what we mean by animation. Okay. So another place you can see is in billboards and digital ads that pops up or bounce. Okay, look at this sales flyer. You see how everything just comes in. All right, see, this is how everything just comes in. This is a digital ad. Okay, so the next one, we see it in birthday messages, e-cards, or celebration sticker. Let's look at this birthday. See how it's just changing color. It's just changing the color. It's just flicking. And then even the candle is also flicking. You see this, it makes this form. If you see this birthday design, and just when it was just, it was a movie, so just like that. All right, which one would you prefer? For me, I'm going to choose this one than just when everything is just still and not moving. All right, so now that we have seen where animation and GIF shows up in our everyday life, all right, on WhatsApp, Instagram, website, even digital billboard, let's ask ourselves a big question, okay? So why do people use them? Why not just use a still picture? Let's find out why animation is such a powerful part of design. All right, but before we go there, I want to ask you guys a question. Have you ever been moving, all right, and then you see a very big board, all right, that is showing an ad, right? Everything just slides in just like what you saw, and then it goes out. That is what animation, all right, is all about. And then those places that we mentioned that you can see, these are just few places, all right, that you can see. There are so many other places that we are not mentioned that you can see this type of animation, all right? So, one, let's find out why animation is such a powerful part of design. So the first one, all right, is that it helps people notice your design faster. Okay, so people will notice your design more faster if you use animation, if you add animation in your design, all right? People will notice it more faster than if it was a still image. Okay, so the next one is that it makes the message more exciting. Okay, it will be more exciting to watch if you are watching how everything just comes in and goes. You understand? It's more exciting to watch than you're just looking at, just a normal design that doesn't move. All right. The third one is that it can tell a story or explain something better. Animation can tell a story, all right, or tell something better or explain something more better than a still image. All right. The fourth one is that it makes your design feel alive. Yeah, it makes your design feel like, oh, it's alive. You understand, because the elements in your designs are moving. Okay, so now we see where we see animation and how they show up all around us, from WhatsApp stickers to Instagram stories. Let's look at what can be animated in Canva. So let's look at the elements, all right, that we can animate in Canva, because Canva is what we are using to design. Okay, so now one of the elements that we can animate in Canva is text. All right, you can make your words pop, slide, fade, or wiggle, just like we have here. See how this just slides in, saying Happy Easter. So you can animate your text in Canva. All right. The next thing you can animate in Canva is pictures. All right. You see how this my picture just zoomed. You see? So you can make an image zoom in or tremble onto the screen. Look at the animation that I added for this one. You see, cool, right? So instead of it just being normal picture, you see. So this is cool, right? And it's exciting to watch. I'm excited. So the third one is shapes and stickers. Okay, you can animate your shapes and stickers. You can add, fun effects. All right, just like we have here, you can see the elements that was used in making this our kids collection sales. I animated them, and you can see how everything just comes in. All right. So the next one is that you can also animate the whole page. Yes, you can animate your whole designs in Canva, just like we have here. And this is another sales flyer. You see, you can animate everything. You see, so you can animate your whole designs in Canva. So now we have talked about animation, all right, where we can see it, why it's important. Now it's time to put that knowledge into action. Oh yes, we are about, all right, moving into the practical section. We are going to create this cheerful design with 2 happy kids and a motivational message. All right, then we'll animate it so that it comes to life with movement. Okay, so before we move into the practical section, we are going to run down the steps, all right, to achieve this designs. All right, so the steps to create the design before animation. Okay, so the first step we are going to look at is creating a new design. You guys should be familiar with this by now. We will always create a design, because this is where we will work on. Okay, so you go to Canva, then you click on this tray bar that you see here, and then you create a design. And the design we're using for this is Instagram post 1080 by 1080. All right, not this time around, it's not 1080 by 1350, but 1080 by 1080. Okay, then the next one is for us to set up the background. So we set up the background for the document size that we just created. So to set up the background, okay, just click on elements, then you search square grid, place it at the center, and then stretch it to fit the canvas. Okay, so if you come to elements here, you just search for a square grid, right? The square grid, and then you pick any one you want. So me, I use this particular one that you can see right here. That was the one that I used. So you can pick any one that is not Pro, or else you are using Pro. All right, so the next one is to click on the element. Okay, click on the element and search grid. So once you have done that, you need to change the color. Okay, so you need to change the color like we wrote here. All right, so you made a mistake here. This is supposed to be change the color. So you change the color to this particular color, like you can see right here. Or remember, you're always free to use your own colors, all right, as far as you combine them very well. So the next thing is to reduce the transparency. I know this might be something new to you guys, because you've never done something like that before. So we are going to reduce the transparency. So what is transparency? It can also be called opacity. All right, when you reduce, the image of your elements, all right, and then it looks, should I say, as if it have faded away, or I don't know how to put it. But then look at how our grid was looking like, all right, before we reduce. But once we reduce the transparency here, look at how it's looking like. It's not giving that faint look, all right. So we reduce the transparency to 28 to give us this, okay. So the next thing we'll be doing is to add the abstract shape. So you just go to elements and then you search abstract, all right. I use this particular one, but then there are different abstract shapes, all right, that you see there. So if you search for abstract, I use this particular one, right, and then you place it like you see right here, okay. All right, so you duplicate the abstract shape, right, and then you flip it, how we flipped our pictures and designs that we did yesterday in our last class. Okay, so you flip it and then you place it like you see right here. Then the next thing is to add the geo shape, all right. So we go back to elements and then we search for geo shape and choose these two shapes that you can see right here. All right, so once we choose this, we try and rotate it so that it looks slant like this. Rotate it like this, and then the next thing for us to do is to change the color. All right, remember, you're always free to use your own color. So you change your color, either you use my own color or you use your own color. All right, so once you are done changing the color, you add the character. All right, you add the character. So you go to element and you search for a jumping kid. All right, you search for a jumping kid, then you choose the kid that you want to. Okay, so the same way you do for G, you search for a kid singing and then you choose the one you want to use. Okay, so if you're not adding the character, the next thing is for you to attach a paper note like this. You can choose any one from here, all right? But the one I choose was this one that was here. That's the one that I choose, saved here. So you choose your paper notes or sticky notes, anyone you guys call it. And then once you have, the next thing you would want to do is to add a text. Say you can do this. Remember, we are making an Instagram design for motivational quotes. So you just add a text saying you can do this, or you can also add your own text. All right. So you change the font to Poppins and then the font size to 52. Okay. You can also use your own font. And now that our cute design is ready right here. Okay. So now we have just run down through the steps. Let's go to our Canva and then start designing. All right. So open our Canva. So here we have our Canva ready. Okay, we have our Canva here opened and ready. So the next thing we want to do is to create a design, as that is always the first thing that we would always do. So to create this design, we'll come to this tray bar that is up here. Then you click on it. It says open menu. Click on it. All right. So you see create a design. So we create a design like this. All right. You see we have created a design. So now we need to search for the document size that we want to use. So I want to use Instagram post 1080 by 1080. So I search for Instagram post and then I click enter. All right, so you see, I told you guys this was the one we used in our last class, but this is the one that I want to use. All right, so I click on it. So it's loading. So now I have this. Okay, I have this right now. So the next thing I want to do is to set up my background. All right. Right, that's the second step, is to set up our background. So to do that, okay, we come to elements, all right, and then we search for square grid. Okay, So click on it and search for square grid. Then you press enter. All right. So now we come here and we click on see all. So we can see all the grids that we have. All right. So we click on see all. And this is the particular one that I want to use right here. Well, I told you guys you can use any one. See, there are different types. But then, if you know you're not using Pro, please don't use Pro because you won't be able to export your work if you use Pro. Okay? So I want to use this particular one right here. So I click on it and then it's here. All right? So what do I need to do? I'll scale this to fit. All right? So I make it like this, bring it down here, and then so perfect. This is okay by me. So the next step that I would want to take for this, okay, is to change the color. So we need to change the color. So to change the color, we click on our element, which is our grid. We click on it, okay. So we come to color here. We click on the color. All right, then I need to open this up to choose the color that I want to use. So I open it up. I think this is the color. Remember, you can also scroll down here, okay, and choose the color that you want. All right, so you can also scroll down here, choose the color that you want to use. So okay, now let's use this orange color here. So use this orange right here. So I told you guys we need to reduce the transparency of this square grid, okay, to reduce the transparency. So to do that, you see this particular icon that you can see here, this one, just click on it and then it will bring out this transparency and then you reduce it. So I want to use 28, okay. So now I have this. So you see, it's not looking faint, right? It's not giving this faint color. So now that I have reduced it to 28, all right, what should be my next step is for me to add the abstract shape, okay? The ones that were here and then here, all right? So to add that abstract shape, I will come here to elements, all right? And then I'll clear this one up and I will search for abstract. All right, play enter. Then I need to open this all and see all so that I can see everything that I have. So if I click on it, these are different abstract shapes, all right, that we have. So you can choose any one that you want. So I found the one that I want to use. So this is the one I want to use. So I click on it. Okay, see, it's here now. So I bring it here. So I need to flip this particular one. I need to flip it. So I click on flip, all right, then flip like this, okay, and then flip horizontal. So first of all, you want to flip vertical, all right, then before you flip horizontal. Let's undo this because it's like this, all right. So let's try flipping horizontal. Sorry. You see what happens if we don't flip vertical first before flipping horizontal. You see what happens. So that is why, okay, that is why I had to first of all flip vertical, all right, then you flip it horizontal. But then if you don't want to follow this method that I just did now, if you don't want to follow it, let me undo this thing. You can also do it by rotating it, all right? So if it is here, you can also use the rotate button, all right, and place it how you want to be. So you see, I've rotated this now, and then I can just place it here. So you can just use any particular one that you want to use. Any method is fine, as far as you get the end result, okay? So we need to duplicate this particular abstract shape, all right, and place it here. So we click on it, all right, come down here to duplicate. You can see duplicate icon here. So we click on the duplicate and then we have this. So you come back here to flip, click on flip, and then flip horizontal like this, and then we have this. Okay, so now our abstract shape is ready. Okay, so what is the next thing for us to do is to add the geo shape. Let me show you guys this shape right here. You need to add them. All right, so to do that, we come back to elements, clear this particular one. All right, and then I search for geo shapes, press enter. Okay, then I will come here, click on this see all, so I can see everything that I have. All right, so I'll start searching for it. So I found one is here. All right, so I click on it. Okay, resize it, then I'll have to rotate it a bit just like this and then keep it here. So let's get the second one. All right, so this is the second one I want to use right here. So I'll just click on it. Okay, resize it to place it here and then rotate it as well. I feel this is too big, so I resize it again. And then I feel like, yeah, this is how I want it to be. So now I have this. All right, so what is the next step that I need to follow? The next step I need to follow is to change the color. All right, so I need to change the color. So to change the color, I'll click on this one. Okay, so I want this one to be red, so I click on it. All right, I come down here and I pick this red color here. I think I want to, yeah, perfect. This is the color I want to. So you say I choose the color, I didn't like it, so I came to this place to add a new color and then just shifted the red a bit, and then I got this. So I want to make this one purple, so I just click on it to come down here to see if I like the color. I put it here, so I like this particular purple color, so I'll just leave it. Okay, so now I have this. So now that we have our geo shape, all right, our elements are just coming together. This is just like a simple design. So you need to add the cartoon character, the two cartoon characters. Okay, so now we'll come back to elements. We click on elements. All right, we clear up this again, and then we search for a kid jumping. A kid jumping. So you press enter. All right, so we come to graphics, click on see all, so we see everything we have. So we start searching. You can see there are so many jumping kids, right? Happy kids. So you search for the one you want to use. I haven't seen the one I want to use. Or have I passed it? Okay. Oh, I found it. See it right here. I just found the key that I want to use. So I'll just click on it. See, my key is right here. So I place it right here. Okay. But then I want this key to be facing the other way. You guys already know what we are going to do. Okay. So click on the key. We come to flip. Click on flip. and then we flip it horizontally. You see, now we have this. All right, so we need to add the second character here. So we go back to elements, clear this one. So this time around, we are searching for a kid singing. All right, so a kid singing, enter. Okay, so we open up this to see everything that I have. You see that you have so many kids that are singing here. So you can also pick any one you want to use. I found the one I want to use, this particular one. Okay, so I click on it and then I come down here. All right, my designs are coming in together. All right, they are coming in together. So what else do I need to do? You need to add, the sticky notes or the paper notes that says you can do it. All right. So we come back here to elements. Okay. And then we are going to search for paper notes. So search for paper notes. All right. So you press enter. So you see there's different paper notes, all right? So you can just pick the ones that you want to use. Remember, don't pick anyone that says Pro, unless you are using Pro, all right? So unless you're using Pro accounts. Okay. I'm not looking for the one that I want to use. So in this, okay, you just need to calm down and just search for what you want, all right? So I'm not seeing what I want to. All right, so why don't I add, since I'm not seeing what I want. Okay, why don't I add attached, since the one I want is like attached together. All right, so just know what you want to search. All right, and then you see, I found it here. See, it's not here, so I just click on it. Okay, now it's covering my screen, so we need to resize that. So we resize this like this and then we'll place it up here. Okay, now we have this. Our designs are coming in together. So now the next thing I want to do is to add the text. And voila, we'll have a motivational Instagram post design. So to do that, we'll come to text. Okay, click on add a text box. And then we edit without typing anything, right? So that we know we can edit right now. So you just write, you can press enter key because we want them to be in 2 lines. Enter. Can do this. Okay, so you see now we have this. All right, but then add every word to start with capital letter. Okay, so now I have this, as you can see. So what do? I place this here. So now that I have this here, the next thing I want to do is to change the font of this, okay? So I come to font here, and then I search for Poppins. So you press enter. So you see the Poppins here, we'll click on it. Okay, so our fonts have changed, but then I want it to be bold. I want the fonts to be bold. So I click on the bold and see it's now bold, okay? So the next thing that I want to do is to change the color of this font. So change the color, we come to the A that has multiple color under it. So now we need to change the color of our fonts. So to do that, we just click on the A that has multiple colors like this, and then change the color to red. I want it to have the same color with, this geo shape right here. So now I have this, okay? So now I need to increase this font. All right, so click on the font and then we'll come to the plus sign here and we increase it to this. Okay, we increase it to this and then place it very well. Make sure you just place your font very well. So I still want to increase it. So why don't I increase it like this? Increase it to 52 so that it will be like this, and then increase the sticky notes. Remember, once you are doing something, just try to align it. Okay, so now I have this, a test that say you can do it. So now we have successfully made a motivational quote design that says you can do this. Okay, so now that we have done this, the next step which we are going to take is to animate this. We need to make it move. So before we make it move, let's go back to our slide. All right, and then run down through the steps that we need to follow to animate this, and then we'll come back and animate it. Okay, so now we have made our designs. Okay, so let's add some animations to it. So step one to add the animation is to click on the sticky note. All right, note test or the particular elements that you want to animate. All right, just click on it. All right, and then once you select it, you will see animate up here. You click on the button. All right, and then they will bring out so many effects that you can use for it. So you choose your animation style. See, this is different animation styles that you can use. So you choose the one that fits best. All right, so you can, for test animation, you can choose from this. Okay, anyone you want, bounce or typewriter, choose anyone you want. Then for the attached paper, you can choose different animation style here. Okay, then for the character animation, the same thing. You can just do you. Okay, so tip, all right, make sure you click on that, on each element that you click. All right, apply animation one by one, like see different animations, all right, and how it works on them before you now choose. Don't just pick one or two. All right, and then you just say I want to, like, try different animation styles, all right, before you finally pick the one, so that you can be able to pick the best one for it. Okay, so the step 6 is adjusting the timing. So if you feel like the timing is too long, you can adjust it from here. All right, or if you feel like it's too short, you can increase it. So just give it the perfect timing. All right, so you preview your animation. So once you are done, before you save, you should actually preview it, like watch what you have made today if there is any corrections. All right, so once you are done, then you download your animated design. Okay, that's the next thing you're going to do once you are done. All right, so now let's go back to our Canva and then start our animation. Okay, so now we have this. All right, we have this, so we need to animate it. Okay, so now if I click on this kid, let me say is this kid I want to animate first. If I click on the kid, you see animate up here. If I click on animate, okay, you can see different animation styles, just like I showed you guys in that slide. Look at different animation styles that you can use. You see what this rise, you see, is rising from top. Are you seeing? Pan, you see, sliding from, you see. All right, you can see pop, it pops. Wipe, it wipes. Blur, you see. So there are different styles. This one is baseline. Understand? See, there are different ones. So this one, I think I found one. I think I want to use this baseline. Okay, and if I click on it, all right. So I want the two of them, all right, to slide in the same way, to come in the same way. So I click on this particular one too, and I choose baseline. Okay, right? You see? So let me preview what I've done. You see how they are coming in, all right? So good. Now I have this. So let me animate the text. Okay, so I click on the text, come to animate here, all right? So if you choose typewriter, this is how it comes. You choose ascend, you see, it's really like shifts, all right? You see, these are different. So now I want to use bounce for it. So I click on bounce, you see. So now let me animate this particular one. So I want this one to, come in as this ones are coming in. So I click on rise, come here again, click on rise, you see. So let me preview what I've done. So now I have this. Okay, let's watch it again. You see. So now let's animate the sticky note or the attached paper note. You click on animate. You see I clicked on the paper note, all right? So okay. So I want it to pop. You see? And then once you choose, right, you can decide to, if it is both. Both means that as it comes in, that is the way that it will still live. All right. On enter means that the effect will only be once it enters. It will stay like that. Or if you click on exist, it means that it will only go out that way. All right. So you click on both. All right. All right. So I think this is all I want to animate. You can start to also animate the abstract shape. So let's try animating the abstract shape too. So I click on this and I click on the same one for the second one. So now I want to adjust the timing for it, okay? I want to adjust the timing. So how can I adjust the timing for it? I need to click on the background itself, all right? Look at what happens if I click on the elements. If I click on this element now, you see I'm not seeing the timeline, the timing timeline here. But then if I click on the canvas itself, that's the document that we created, you see I'm seeing it here, all right? But if I click on it here, you can't see. If I click on any element here, I can't see it. But once I click on this, I can see it. So I click on it. It's a timing. So you can either increase the timing or reduce it. Okay. So me, I want to reduce mine to 3.5. It's okay. Okay. Another place where you can adjust it is here in duration. Okay. You can also adjust your duration here. Do you understand? So, well, then it's best that you use timing. All right. So now let's preview what we have done. You see how we just put, how we have just animated, put life movement in our design. So our designs are now moving. All right. But then if you don't want to go through this step of, animating one by one, all right, Canva has made it easy for you. So look at what you just need to do. Just click on the same document, right? Our background that we're using to work, all right? The same way we click to change the timing, come to animate, okay? And then you can see general here. Like after featured, if you come down, you can see general. This general means that it can, like, an already made animation for you. It's like a template that you can use. So you see everything has been animated for you. You see, wipe. So anyone you want, you use. Anyone you want, you use. So this one now, there is no need for you to, start animating them one by one. You see how this ones came in. You see? So different animations that you can use. So you just choose the one that you want to use. So I want to use this one, rice. So I click on rice and you see. So on enter, this effect only happens. Let me show you guys something. This effect only happens once. Once it enters, it remains like that, okay? But then I don't want it to be like that. So what do? Instead of leaving it on enter, I come here, I click on both. So look at what happens now. It comes in, it goes out the same way. See? So now it's not only once it enters, it stays. It comes in and see it goes. So Canva has made it easy for you that if you don't want to come and start animating your elements one by one, all right, you can just animate them here using the template that Canva have already provided for you. And voila, just like that, we have made ourselves a design that moves. All right, is this not fun? Is this not beautiful? Okay, so let's go back to our slide. So, you see, we just made ourselves an animated motivational design that is full of life and fun. All right, so you can share this with your family and friends on social media. So now, that is the end for the class, all right? And for today, so you have to do your mini project, all right? So we are going to make it move. So I want you to recreate the design we just made. All right, come up with your own creative message and add animation to it. All right, so just follow the same layout that we just did. All right, but then make something different from mine. Choose different colors, different elements, and then so you must include a motivational message. All right, then at least one animated element, font colors, decoration, and clear layout. All right, just make a simple animated post that feels fun, positive, and eye-catching. All right, when you are done, don't forget to download it as a MP4 video and share it with your class. All right, let's see those design moves. So I remember that I forgot something now. So let's go and save our design because we did not save it, okay? So let's go and save our design. So to save this design, right, just normal way we do save, we come to share, click on share, all right? Then download. I told you guys that in Canva, right, Canva already has the best suggestions, right? The best way to, export your files. You see now, it's showing us MP4 video. You guys know that this is a video, so they have already set it for us. So there's no need for you to come here and come and start changing. Okay, you see, it's have already changed it for us to MP4 video. So you just need to come here, click on download, all right, and then the file will download, right? So now our file is downloading. So once it's done, you can share it to your loved ones, all right? So back, see, it has finished downloading. It's showing me here, it has finished downloading. So now I've already told you guys what your mini project is. So remember to do your assignments and then submit it in the Learn School app. All right. So that's the end for today's class, and I will see you guys in our next class. All right. Bye.